What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte states that I was a thug. Whyte's wild ride to the heavyweight title shot. Dillian Whyte's journey to a long-awaited shot at the heavyweight title has followed the well-worn path for boxers. He states that I was a thug. The 34-year-old says bluntly of his wild teenage years. He used to beat up bullies for sandwiches. He was stabbed 3 times and shot twice. He also spent time in jail. He said, I'm a guy who, as a kid, had no future, no education, no family. Whyte continues, I'm a survivor. And there's so much more to say about Whyte's story. He became a father at 13, as I knew, a year after arriving in Britain from Jamaica, where he was born into poverty and left to be raised by another family at the age of 2 because of his mother moved to London to seek a better life for her and her kids. After turning to kickboxing, mixed martial arts, and ultimately boxing to get away from the life of crime, he was suspended for 2 years in 2012 for testing positive for a banned stimulant. In 2019, another drug test came back positive for a banned steroid, though his suspension was later withdrawn after more tests shown the sample was contaminated. Then came the years of frustration since 2019 being a mandatory challenger for the heavyweight title he long awaited. But then, of course, he was knocked out, and then he had to get his revenge on Alexander Povetkin. And no wonder that's in with a sense of pride that Whyte heads into April 23rd, a fight while Tyson Fury at Wembley Stadium, where there will be around 94,000 spectators, the biggest capacity ever for a boxing fight in Europe, according to those promoting the fight. He said, kids who come from where I was brought up don't make it a lot of the time, Whyte said in a video call. I'm showing people that no matter how bad your situation is, where it happens to you in life, just persist, believe in yourself. Don't listen to no one who doesn't bring positivity into your life, and let's keep pushing. All I do is just grind and grind. Those are the words of Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Now, let me counterpunch. I think that Dillian Whyte has had a very, very interesting life. Being a kid at 13, you're a kid having a kid. That's always something difficult. On top of the gangs, you know, he does look like someone that loves to get into it. It's just his personality. You know what I mean? I think that a person that grew up like that, it's a great outcome to fight for the world heavyweight title, especially the WBC. With their shenanigans, it's still a heavyweight title. That's supposed to be the most prestigious belt, they say, which I think all of them hold some merit anyway. Bars. But I think, like Tyson Fury told Deontay Wilder, none of that really matters when you get in the ring, because it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters on how hard you train and how hard you fight and how good you really are. Okay, and that really has proven a lot. You know, we can look at Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was an absolute monster. He was a long shark. He was the guy that comes to you and you owe that guy that he works for money, you know, and he spent a lot of time in jail. And it was times where he couldn't even fight for the heavyweight title. But he was a beast. He destroyed Floyd Patterson numerous of times when he wasn't even allowed to fight him at one point. But when the doors opened, Sonny Liston destroyed pretty boy Floyd Patterson and took the heavyweight title. And then Muhammad Ali, which was Cassius Clay at the time, took it from him. But Muhammad Ali was a guy that was well-dressed, sharp, comes from a good family, you know, with 2 parents, you know, so that doesn't really mean much. That just shows that I think Dillian Whyte was showing that, hey, even though I came from this is where I could be as an outcome. Just stay away from negative people, stay away from negative things, and hey, shoot for your dreams. Bars. So I think at the end of the day, Dillian Whyte, I think he's just grateful for that. But then you could look at it in another way and like, hey, I was a thug, you know. But like Tyson Fury says, you know, all that really doesn't matter when you get in the ring. You step in the ring with me, and that's all it's going to be. Bars. So, guys, you guys tell me what you think about Dillian Whyte's backstory, his life of crime, his time as an absolute thug. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.